Payman Khan here for Seconds Out. Pleasure to be joined by, for the first time, Ramtin Musah, who's racked up the first win of a professional game and debut. Ramtin, how's life treating you?
It's been very good. It was a great experience. Happy to get my first one, not over and done with, but it was just a great experience. So, yeah, I'm happy to have complete my professional debut.
Yeah, good to see the smile on your face. Do you feel that the amateur experience really helped set you up for the pro debut?
Yeah, like obviously, uh, big occasions, but knowing that obviously I've had quite a few amateur, and there's not a lot of styles I haven't seen, so it made me comfortable knowing that I would have seen something similar or dealt with something, an opponent like that before. So yeah, it was good, and I felt more than comfortable.
I hear a lot of different answers from people who transition over from the amateur game to the pro, but for your own mind, what was the biggest difference from the amateur game to the pro?
Smaller gloves.
Hmm.
Uh, Obviously, smaller gloves. You got to be a bit more careful. You can't be doing anything stupid. Like, yeah, you got to be tight with your defenses. Just like things like that. I noticed that I had to be, and obviously, I did not have to go out. And even though it was a four rounder, I didn't go out 100 mile per hour pace. Just obviously systematically just went through the gears.
Did you have a goal set in mind for the fight? Did you feel like you achieved whatever goal that was?
Yeah, anyways, the main thing was look good. Obviously, if the stoppage was there, I'd try and take it. But he's very much a seasoned vet. He hadn't been stopped in I don't know the last 2 years, so I knew it'd take a lot, and especially probably would have needed more rounds if I wanted to get him out of there. I just knew that yeah, I needed more rounds and potentially some more time to get him out there, and I knew he was very seasoned, so that for me was get valuable rounds, experience everything new. Obviously, the little gloves, the whole atmosphere, everything like that, and then obviously not take punishment, just enjoy the whole occasion.
Any part of it, a little bit of debut nerves, you'd be forgiven if there were some.
A little bit, but not nothing crazy. Like I'd be completely honest. Like I've had fights I've had been absolutely nerve wracking, but that was probably on the lesser side.
Hmm. And how do you deal with those or in the changing room? Do you have a specific routine?
For me, I'll put a lot of trust into my preparation. I know how hard I've worked. I know what I've done in the gym and everything like that. Like I just know how good I am. So that just holds me in good stead. It gives me a lot of confidence that I know I can get the job done.
It's my first time speaking to you, so if we can rewind back to your initial want to get into boxing, what made you put on the gloves in the first place?
So originally, I used to play Sunday league football, and the football team were going to boxing at the time. So they were like, "Oh, you should come down to boxing because it's great fitness." And it just kind of happened from there. I started working at Beartown Boxing Club, which I'm still there now. They helped me out even with my professional stuff, even when I boxed at GB and everything. So yeah, I went there and I was training for a bit, and the coach was like, "Oh, you got a lot of potential." But at the time, I was just like, "Oh, I want to play football with my friends." I didn't really think boxing was much. Like I didn't, although I enjoyed it and it was a bit of fun, but I didn't think it'd be end up being a career for me. But took it one step at a time, took it a bit more seriously, and yeah, 12 years on, and I'm here now.
Did you get any stick from your mates who wanted to play football with you?
No, no, my mates were actually really supportive. Like once they saw that I had a lot of potential, and then they all kind of backed me and supported me, and said obviously boxing would be a great aspect for me. I was better at boxing than I was at football.
Fair enough. What position were you?
I was actually I'd either play right mid or up top.
Okay, fair enough. What about your influences in terms of being in the boxing ring? Are there fighters you feel that you've taken a little bit from and adapted into your own style?
Mm, No, no, particularly. Like I do like the old school. Like obviously, I love my Sugar Rays. But then I do love a Javante Tank Davis, like those sort of people. So like just because for me, they show a little bit of a different aspect of boxing. It's not just boxing; they've got something else to them. Like it's the outside life. Obviously, you got Devin Haney, the Richardson Hitchens. I think he's a great boxer. Obviously, after beating, was it George Cambosis? Who did
He's
he
going to
beat?
be.
No,
They're going to fight.
he's fighting George Cambosis, but who did he beat to win his title?
My brain's gone blank. He fought recently.
Hmm.
I forgot who it was as well.
Yeah, but he looked really, really good in that. And yeah, I just ever since that, I was just like, was it Liam Parrow?
It might have been Liam Power. Yeah,
Yeah,
there we
Liam
go.
Parrow. After that, I was just like, yeah, I really, yeah, just quite liked what he did and everything like that. So, but yeah, that's kind of been not my inspiration, but just stuff I like to look at and people I like to watch.
In the amateur scene, you had a lot of fights domestically, and you got a lot of wins against domestic fighters as well. You're looking to rekindle any rivalries from the amateurs into the pros?
Uh, and for me, I've not got anybody's name right here. I'm like, oh, I won you. But there is a few rivalries there to be made, and if the time is right and the opportunities are right and the matches are there to be made, I welcome all comers.
Part of boxing, though, is that, and you've seen it a lot more regularly, is
Mm,
you can go through your career, but you might not have that dance partner that kind of brings that little bit of intensity out of you. You've seen
mm,
Fabio Wardley and Jarrell Miller going at it. You've seen
mm.
Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn slapping with an egg. Do you want a bit of that little bit of intensity in fight week build-ups and check one of those off?
I don't think for every bout, but at one point I do want to experience it because then it's like you get to be amongst it, a little bit of fire, a little bit of animosity, a little bit of spite, because then I feel like it will bring the best out of me.
Mhm. And the other thing is, of course, the end goal. I imagine that every fighter comes in and they say they want to be world champion, but in your own words, what are your goals for getting out of the sport?
Undisputed. I would love to be undisputed or unified. Like that would be the absolute end goal for me. Um, and like for me, just be the best version of myself. Knowing, try like achieve everything I know I can achieve, and everything that I've dreamt of achieving since I was a child. So once I do that, I think I'll be a very happy man.
Indeed, I was informed by Lewis that you were doing Lewis Hart, that is a good friend of
Yeah.
yours. Always kind of champion to Lewis does. But
Oh,
Lewis let me know that you've been sparring recently at the Sims gym with Conor Benn, getting him ready for Chris Eubank Jr. What's that experience like sparring Conor Benn?
yeah, it was a great experience. Like I don't know what I was expecting, but I potentially, obviously I'm from the same gym and I only see one side, but I wasn't expecting him to be as strong as he was. And like for someone so little, he does pack a punch, and I was like I was quite shocked by that. I thought I could potentially just bully him because being 2, 3, probably like three, maybe four weight classes above him, I just thought I'd be a bit too big. And but yeah, he's very, very good. And I'm quite intrigued to see that fight.
Could you describe the power for me, that power that he packs? Because power is different from lots of fighters. What would you describe his power as?
Explosive. He's very, very explosive. Like some people have quite thudding concussive power, whereas like his is very, very sharp. Like because and he's like as a he's got a lot of angles, so he can come from all sides. So you just got to be very careful because he'll roll, then hit you, then step round you a bit like Mike Tyson, like old school Mike Tyson when he stepped round you. So that was that was something I had to watch out for because you can't throw in it. If I was going to throw something, I had to be sharp because I knew there was a counter coming over the top or underneath, or he was going to try and use that as an opportunity to get in.
So do you think you were just saying that in your experience, you're kind of thinking, oh, maybe I can come in and just bully the smaller fighter? That I imagine is something that Eubank Jr. is thinking in the fight. Would you say that that wouldn't be a route to success for Eubank Jr. if you tried that with him?
Potentially, I wouldn't opt for that. Um, obviously, obviously, me and you, Bank, are two different people, but um, yeah, personally, I just wouldn't opt for an option like that. And obviously, yeah, like him being a smaller person, if he tucks up small and gets inside of him, it makes it harder for you to impose yourself. He'd be more likely to impose himself. at the range that he's best at, which will be long,
Mhm.
where he can keep him at the end of his shots and put his power shots behind his long jab. And obviously, yeah, his straight shots.
Did you guys discuss the egg slap?
To be honest, I left that behind. Like, I didn't want to antagonize anybody.
What did you think of it when you saw it?
Oh, God, to be honest, it made me giggle a bit, but I was just like, to be honest, I'd be so annoyed if someone did that to me.
Hmm.
And yeah, I think all he's trying to do is wind him up and try and get into his head. So I think for Conor, you just got to stay relaxed and just understand what's going on and just yeah, just kind of play no mither to it, if you know what I mean.
Mhm. When you're in the spar with Conor Benn, what are you looking to get from it?
It's a lot learning. Like he's very experienced. Like he's he's had what 20 something odd fights. Was it no under 20 fights? But he's boxed Chris Algieri. He's boxed at a high, like almost like he's cusping a world title. So he's got a lot of experience that I don't have in the professional ranks. He's very explosive and yeah, just a few little tricks of like when it works on the inside, like just trying to make sure that I'm a bit tighter on it, tighter on defenses because if not, he will expose you.
So what's your prediction for that fight with Eubank Jr.?
I think genuinely, I think he stops him.
Hmm.
I
Ben stops
genuinely
him.
think, yeah, I think Conor Benn stops him.
Hmm.
Like, I don't like in sparring, he was hard work. Like, he was very, very hard work, and I don't really say that often about many people. But, and I know I'm supposedly from the same gym and that. But if I don't think, and I'm that sort of person, if I don't think he was, I'd just be like, it was okay. It was good rounds, but it was okay. But like genuinely, like it was tough rounds for me, especially me being quite considerably bigger than him. Like he wasn't what I was expecting, and he did quite surprise me.
Do you get in with John as well at all? Do you spar with John?
Ah, nah, John's long gone. Like John's there for S&C runs and stuff like that, and moral support. But yeah, his boxing days are over.
That would have been perfect sparring because he was described as the bar, right? You said if you could
Yeah,
spar with John, if you could meet his level, then you would be going somewhere.
yeah. So I would have loved to spar him at one point, but yeah, he's on the bench at the moment.
No, fair play, fair play. You made the decision to sign with Frank Warren. I imagine you wouldn't be short of any offers, given your experiences and given the potential that you have. But why was Frank the man to sign with for you?
So obviously we sat down with the team, we explored all options, and we just felt at the time that Frank was the best option, and that was the best deal for me to take at the time, and it's worked out best for me as of so far in my career.
Hmm. And we talked about the goals of being undisputed, but is one of the goals for you to maybe bring a big fight to Africa, to Ghana?
Oh, I'd love that. That would be absolutely amazing. You've seen big fights happening in Saudi, all different places now. I think if they could do something like that in Africa, that would be like the Rumble in the Jungle, something like that. To try and emulate something on that spectacle would be absolutely amazing. And to be involved in it and something like that would be life changing. And it would be a dream of mine.
And very, very last thing, the nickname is Rambo. Is that, of course, taken from the movie Sylvester Stallone style?
Yes, it is. It is. It was very much taken from that. Shout out Mikey Brown for giving me that nickname when I was younger.
Fair play. Look, Ramtin, real good talker, real good conversation. For people who want to follow your journey, where can they find you on social media?
They can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, but I'm predominantly on Instagram, Ramtin Musah, just my full name at Ramtin Musah. Yeah, you can find videos, five vlogs, everything on my social media.
Looking forward to that. I'll definitely follow and subscribe to that. Ramtin, much appreciated. Thanks for speaking to Seconds Out. Looking
Thank
forward to seeing you back in the ring very soon.
you very much. Much appreciated.